All right, guys. Hey now. We're here for the Friday Reverse Grid Championship. Two 30-minute races. Pretty self-explanatory. Second race is reverse grid of the first race finishing order. And we are at lovely Brands Hatch. And I say lovely completely sarcastically. I hate this track. It's so narrow. It's made for go-karts, not for GT3 cars. There's nowhere to pass unless you just full send on someone, which I think I may have to do. Unless I totally bin it in race 1 and start from the front on race 2. Even then, I'm not fast enough to hold off some of these guys here. It's not a good track for me. Jimmy English. I do. It's the only way to pass. I mean, I'm here to race, not sit in a parade, you know what I mean? Too many guys are too nice. I think I race tough but fair. Sometimes I do break a bit too late and do a send like I did on Dave the other day at what was that, Kailami. I broke about 3 feet, maybe like a meter too late, and I wasn't going to stop in time, so I just yanked it to the left. We talk Swinglish. Well, I mean, your nickname is Jimmy English, isn't it? Because Danny couldn't couldn't reach it last. He couldn't say Engel. I'm saying English. Told you, you don't pick your names; they pick you. So, according to my calculations, which could be wrong, I should have 2 or 3 liters left over at the end of the race. We'll see. I'm using a Booth B that I did from September. I use it in September, and I don't remember what I change. I usually change little things here and there, but I just pretty much switched the fuel and the tire pressures, and of course now it's 24. So I'm thinking 55 liters should get me to the end. I think I'm gonna do like that should be enough for 4 laps. Maybe that'll be enough for 5. I'm gonna do about 4 laps or so. I've seen the name. I've seen the name before. And I've seen Engvall as well with a V instead of a D. So let's get ready to rumble. Come on, Mike. All right. Let's go, Michael.
put
God.
it.
Yay, thanks. Appreciate that.
Don't you have to get
That was fucking
an
awesome.
Invicta? Don't you have to buy an Invicta to be part of the cool?
What happened, Adam?
I just got fucking hit by some bell end.
You got hit.
Hey, something, to be honest, Roger.
Was he in a Porsche?
No,
I didn't
fucking
realise
Ferrari.
the difference it would be from the Fanatec, to be honest with you, but this is smooth, really smooth. Oops, I've just took a pause at that.
Adam, you hadn't left the pit, had you? Weren't you still ghosted?
No, I was out of the pit and I got hit by a fucking Ferrari into the wall.
I think you need to watch the replay.
Watch.
Yeah, 'cause me and Paul
Wasn't me.
were ghosted for quite a while after we came
No,
out.
I was inside of you and then I got hit. And as soon as I lifted to let you through, and I got hit.
Because the person probably didn't see you inside of them then.
Or failing.
Roger, do you have any of them sinkholes over by you then?
I'm sure we do. I haven't heard of them though happening in this county.
I think I need to watch the replay to know that I got hit. It must have been Sims that did it. Wanker. Oh, Jesus Christ, come on. Alright, let's see what we can do. Jesus, that was so slow. Alright, let's try to get a good lap now. Can't park there, sir. Can never get that turn right. Turn 4, turn 1. Always screw them up. Oh, I missed the turn. Damn it. Ugh. Shit lap. Not one of my favorite tracks, to say the least. Oh, I had to wait so long to get on throttle there. Couldn't stop the car from sliding. Head park there, sir. Oh, I missed that turn. Oh, I missed that one too. So shit here. Oh, that was fucked. I don't know what the fuck that mess was. Oh, 27.4. See if I can get another lap in. Definitely more time to be had. It's pretty bad. There's definitely a few tenths at least that I'm leaving laying around. Just from poor entrances and poor exits from these turns. Oh, I watched this car and it kind of threw me off. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention to the track, I was paying attention to the car in front. Oh, that's it. Fuck. That's unfortunate. Gonna have to be what's gonna have to be. I don't know how that's P1. It's slow. You can do better. That's even my shitty personal best is a 23.8, I think. And I know I have more in hand. I'll be really surprised if that stands. Let's go in the chat, see what they're talking about.
Fuckers.
I see that Cookie is sandbagging again.
Well done, Adam.
Yeah, good lap, man.
And don't call me a bell end again when you're wrong.
On 23.9, fucking hell.
Adam blames everybody for his problem.
Everything but the car. And everything, the car, the track, but not him.
So muted himself.
Oh.
No
He
way
just
he would
flailed.
stay. He would never stay quiet after that. Oh,
Well, Dan, I'm right behind you at the start. You nervous?
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
maybe.
I'd
So
be
you know,
nervous if I
Cole.
was behind me.
Just so you know, Cole, I might need.
So, am I wrong in saying that it was him that hit me? Am I wrong? Because he didn't use his pit limiter. So he got out in front of us. So he didn't hit me right there.
Fuel-wise,
So-
Not a
Six.
lot.
I got 50. I got 50. 5-0.
Why don't you go for 11?
I got-
You seemed
I got
like that
50
the
as
other
well.
day.
oh, you fucking remembered that one, didn't you, Byron? Eh? You remembered
I've been
that?
waiting.
Huh?
I've been waiting.
Fucking hell, I fucking...
Yeah, I stand by my fucking bell end comment. He fucking hit me.
34 minutes, so I'm trusting my gauges.
Yeah, I got 50, so.
Who was the guy that had 20 psi in the tyres?
Am I seeing shit? Or did he fucking... There's no way he got out that fast in front of us. Unless he didn't use his pit limiter to get that fast. And then I slowed to let Danny through and he came and fucking hit me. So what... Fuck off.
Adam Cragen.
This sort of attitude.
Adam Cragen. Lucky Mitchell.
Yeah.
So it's a short start, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Okay, lovely.
Telling me I've got enough fuel.
Yeah, you don't have to figure in a fuel lap or an out lap onto your.
Hey, Wilson. Yeah, I think so too, Simon. Let's load this.
Good luck, guys. Anyway, get lucky. You know what I mean? Get lucky.
Get lucky.
Good luck,
Is there
Gary.
any rain forecast?
I never cheer. I'm perfectly fine until he says, "Don't call me a bellend if you're wrong." And I watch the fucking replay, and he's a bellend. I think that's everything right. Doesn't matter. I'm going to die anyway. I hate this track. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to need it. Decent start. Now if I can hold people off for 30 minutes, which, holy shit, almost just got murdered there. I think Gaz is consistently faster than I am here. He likes this track, I think. I'm not a fan. It was alright. I could have done better. But I kept screwing up this turn, like I just did right there. I screwed up all the turns, pretty much. I don't think there was a turn I got right on the lap. Like I'd get one right, screw the next one up. Get one right, screw the next one up. Almost overshot there. Probably should have practiced with fuel. I just did some light fuel runs. Car feels totally different with fuel. We'll see in a few laps if I have enough to go the distance. Oh, Gaz is back there fighting. What happened to Gaz? He must have screwed up. I'd rather be driving the Aston. I'm having fun driving that car. It's slower. I'm much slower in it, but it's fun. I swear I get that turn right once out of 10 times. Pressures are too high. Because I forgot to lower them. I lowered them in quali and then I loaded the setup again. And forgot to lower them. And as I typically do, I'm just using the same setup for quali and race. Oh. See, the nipples are deadly. Don't touch the nipples, boys. Don't touch the nipples. Bad touch. Naughty touch. I got something on my face. Just go a little bit deeper into the braking zone, and hopefully it'll make me slide a bit past those. Can't resist a good nipple. Fuck off, Wilson. Keep screwing that turn up. Thanks for the tip. I was digging for a cord earlier for a TV, and it was back in this one corner of the basement that I rarely go into, and there was fucking spider webs all over. Of course, I decided to stick my face right in the middle one. Oh, I went too late on the brakes there. Man, I feel like I got a cobweb on my face. Car's starting to not to feel real good at all. It's annoying. I want to take a late apex in there. I'm afraid to brake too late. Slide off the track, which is what I normally do. dropping Danny off. I would have thought the Porsche was good here. Of course, McLaren and Fiat OP. I really got to fight the back end from coming around turn 2. Really wants to swap ends with me. See, that's the line I want to take, but it just costs me some time. So maybe I don't want to take that line. I don't know. I don't put enough practice on this track. Only time I ever run this track is when we're going to do a race. I think I have, I don't know, 10 or 15 practice laps on it. More suited for go-karts than GT3. Not on this one. It wasn't supposed to be on yesterday, but we figured out that it was after the race. Colin took it off. And it still stayed on. Honestly, I don't know. So as soon as all the championships are over is when the BOP is going to kick in. All the fun races, non-championship, they're going to have the LFM BOP. But Colin's scared that, well, he's not scared, but he thinks people will bitch if he implements the BOP after the season started. Which, I mean, I think all the guys that are like top 3, 4, or whatever in the classes, I think they are all okay with it. I mean, I think I'm leading the Pro-Am class, not this series, because I just keep getting destroyed on the second race. I think I'm like 4th or 5th or 6th or something like that on this one. But like the Monday night championship, I'm in first in class by like 50 or 60 points. Sunday championship, I think I'm leading that one. And I'm okay with it. And this one I'm in the pro class in this series. All the other series I'm in the Pro-Am. Group 1 Pro-Am. But start of the next seasons, I'll be in Group 1 Pro. I'm being forced to move up. Maybe I'm in the Pro Series. Yeah, I think I'm in Pro. What did we do, Suzuka? I think I'm in the Pro Series on that one. So I'm like 3rd place. Yeah, because I think the first race was Imola, and I got murdered on lap 1. So that was a throwaway. And then the second race, where was that at? Olton or something like that? And this had such a shit race, so that was a throwaway. We have 2 drop rounds, and they're both drop rounds. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, Jimmy. I just want to race. Like, I don't care. I'd rather be behind Sims right now. Like, chasing him down than leading. It's just so boring. And I know 100% the people watching the streams would much rather see me back there fighting and scrapping with people than sitting out here and just a guy in the mirror. I mean, I'm not alone. He's second behind me, but it's still just boring. I'd rather be chasing him and trying to figure out where I'm going to make a move and all that stuff. I mean, winning is cool, but I would much rather be in the middle of a pack in a good fight. That's why I posted that video the other day. If you haven't seen it, it was only 4 laps, but it was fucking brilliant. And then there was another race after that where it was like I got swarmed by a pack of angry Porsches. I made one tiny mistake and the Porsches were just all over me. And then you fight one and it leads another one to come up to you, and then you're fighting that guy and the other one comes up, so you just keep losing momentum. But it was great. It was fun. Yeah, but if you haven't seen that video, I did it the other day of the Aston. I mean, it's only 4 laps, but it was a lot of fun. And that's the stuff I like doing. This shit is boring. Like race 2, that's why I was so enthusiastic about this series, because I thought race 2 would be so much fun trying to go through with the fast guys at the back of the pack, but it's just turned into a train wreck. I think tomorrow. There's a 2 p.m. European time for like the new guys, the slow guys, and then there's one after that I think everybody is able to join. And Sunday, I know Sunday I think there's a league race, but I think there's also a race in the day that you can join. There's 2 races on Saturday and Sunday, I believe. I'm not even sure where they are. I'll have to trust you on that. I know it's a 60-minute race with a pit stop, fuel required. You don't have to take tires. Oh, I haven't checked to see if I'm going to make it on fuel. I guess it's a little late to do anything about it, huh? Oh, coming up on traffic. See my fuel. Oh yeah, I have way too much. I'll have almost 5 liters left at the end of the race. What am I using a lap? 2.34. Oof. Bit sideways. Cheers, Mike. Cheers, Mr. Sagers. Thank you. That Fiat is mighty on the brakes there. These guys are having their own battle. Hopefully they're in their rear views. Oh. I think I'm going to catch them up in a bad spot. Oh, whoa. You didn't need to go off. But it just went. That cost me a bit of time. The good thing about this track, unless I make a mistake, there's nowhere for him to pass. He may be a little faster than me now. As long as I keep it on the track. And McLaren's got just enough going down the straight that he can't do anything with this. Unless I get a super bad exit. Being super cautious. Left side tires have seen better days. They're over pressure too. I gotta take them down. 2 clicks in the front, 3 in the rear. Whoa, I went too deep in there, late on throttle. Just lost like 4/10 there. I always feel like second gear is too low there and third's too high. Probably just my shitty exit out of the turn. 3 more laps. Park it on the apex. Slow down a bit early so I don't overshoot it this time. Whoa. If, big if, I could bring this home for 2 more laps, I think it'll be my first win as Zolder. I don't think I've won one here. Them left side tires are getting a bit scary. If he wasn't behind me, I'd just slow down and coast. Can't really do that. Yeah, my tires are not happy. I gotta get a good exit out of here. Oh, slow. Still nothing he can do. You can try it if you want. Oh, 2 more laps. I thought I was only have to do 1 more. Damn it. Oh, my left side tires are not happy. Fuck you! God damn it. Had to let this fucking bell end past me, of all people. Fuck. Lost it on that first turn. Tires wouldn't grip. I should have just been dirty like he does and just went straight away and blocked him. Oh no! Well, this fucking race went to shit real fast. Fucking hell. This is but a scratch. Yeah, I just don't... I got no front left tire left. It's cooked. Fuck off, Wilson. My tires are spent. That's right, he didn't beat me, he beat the car. Car gave up on me. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. That Fiat's like a fucking, I don't even know what. Super easy on the tires. Fuck's sake. Can't believe I did that. I can. I didn't think I'd last that long on that track. I hate that track. Hate that track. I have to do it. 30 more minutes. I will be back in 2 minutes. All right. So let's see what we can do on yeah, that's right. Car choke, not me. Exactly. I just ran out of tires. I was them tires were dead 4 laps before I spawned. I think this is the new server.
As it shows your speed, get to that speed and stay as close to that speed as you can. And that
What
should...
is the ones in red in front of you?
Fuck them, just you
Fuck
stay in your
them.
box. You worry about you staying in your box. Try and get your car as close to the front of the box as you can and forget about everybody else. That'll disappear. Get to the speed it tells you. That's it.
Yep. Stay in the
Ignore
box.
everyone else. And if we're all lucky, we'll make it through.
Okay.
Better luck.
Is
I
everyone
should
back?
be so lucky. Lucky.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
Everyone
aware.
out of the server at the moment. It says there's 3 for me in there.
Oh, I've
There's
gone
no
back in.
dang. I'll just read. It's not started yet.
Oh, I see.
All right, that's why.
Oh, so I guess that's not the server.
Which one's this one?
You're in the wrong one.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be carnage, man.
The right one isn't
100%.
up yet. Again.
100%.
No, it went off and then come back on, so I thought
Yeah.
that was a new one.
Friday night reverse grid championship. There's 4 in.
The second one won't have a quali with it.
I don't see, I don't see championship. I just see championship practice.
Yeah,
Oh, it's back up there.
I can see it.
Right,
No,
so what I
Friday
think what's
night
happened is
reverse
it's
grid
just,
championship.
yeah, so it's basically
But it's
just
got
restarted.
qualifying on.
Right, I'm back.
So, right, I'm going to hit the button now. The button has been hit.
Right, so we're
And
down
the
to
next server
4.
that comes up is the right one.
Chris, I hate that track with a passion. That's one of the tracks I hate the most. I'm honestly surprised they didn't spin off on the 2nd or 3rd or 4th lap or 1st lap. I hate it. Like I was saying, I never won a race there because I always spin. Always. Haven't made a race without spinning. So, and I didn't look to see how much fuel I had left. Damn it. Said I was going to have 4 laps too much, but I think I only wound up with like 2 because we did the extra lap. I do need to change the pressures. I need to go down 2 in the front and 3 in the rear. I think. Maybe that'll help them last a bit longer. Fuel, I'll just leave the fuel at 55. It's not, I'm not fast enough for that to make a difference. The tires are what killed me there. I think it would have been okay, but I was just pushing massively, massive understeer. Just couldn't, even the first turn I went into it and I just had no grip. I didn't go in faster than I normally did. I just couldn't get the car to turn. It just was sliding across the track, and by the time it gripped up, that got Sims up along my back corner, and he had a better run coming out. And then I should have just... Oh, cheers, Lee. Yeah, 2 liter. I'll just leave it the way it is then. It's not a big deal. I was thinking 54 or 53, and then I put 54, and I was like, yeah, I'll be safe, and 55, so it's close enough. I'm trying to do my fuel more accurate like I used to when I was running out all the time. Because most of the time I'm done a race and I've got 12 liters left or some shit like that, you know. Especially if everything's going to be BOP'd. You don't want to add 12 liters to the car if you're getting like a negative 12 in the S, and say I get a negative 12 and I add 12 liters. Well, I just took all that advantage away by having the extra fuel. So, yeah. I think this should be set up the way I want it now. It's now 25. Was it 25 before? I think so. Guys, don't forget to leave a like. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Ring the damn bell.
Somehow getting it on prescription, and that's what.
Doctors.
Can't stand the voice. I still stick by my bell end statement. You won't convince me otherwise. Yeah, I don't think I have to change anything. Oh, I don't give a shit. Don't care. I clearly get hit, and I clearly go into the wall. Apparently, I need to watch the replay because it didn't happen. But it's whatever. Now we have to try to get through. And I don't know. I don't know. Oh, somebody didn't hit start. Somebody just went to the pits. Oh, Thompson. I would have much rather have been on the inside for turn 1, but he didn't hit start, so now I'm on the outside. Whoa. I don't know if Craig knew where he wanted to go. Oh, sorry, Craig. Sorry, Craig. I'll get a penalty for that. I just saved his life. He should be thanking me. He would have been right behind that. Craig gets past him. I'm gonna let Craig. I'm gonna let Craig through. Come on, Craig. Oh. Holy shit. No, don't go over there, Craig. Oh, I let him through. And then he had a shitter. I think all the mistakes are been made. I made one of them. It was so light, I got 0 damage from it. Just the slightest little touch. But still a murder. I tried to atone for my crime, but he hit Wee Tune and that was it. I was following Cookie's line. I don't like that at all. I like my line much better. Let's see if Cookie gets rowdy. Oh, Sims just killed somebody. I'm sure that won't be his fault. See, I much more enjoy these types of races than when I start at the front. Oh, that was close. Never looks like much on stream, but that was close. The wheel went really light there. Almost went around. Jesus Christ, Cookie. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck's sake, I thought he was gonna stay out wide. Track cut? Where'd I cut the track? Doesn't even matter. This championship is a mess. I'm sorry for getting you, Mike. I legitimately thought you were going to stay outside. And then when you cut back in, there was nothing I could do. Cookie's good at this track too. Five and a half seconds damage now. Fucking arrow wash, Jesus Christ. Fucking car just went straight. Oh, turn. We're gonna catch back up to Cookie. Yeah, not as bad as they were last time though. That's because I slide the shit out of it going through that first turn. Just a little bit. And right here too, I more slide the car than, it's almost like a four-wheel drift, but sort of a controlled drift. The back end is always just sort of wagging its tail going around the turns. The steering gets very light in the turns. Just right on the edge of losing grip going around that turn. Look, he's going deep. Something no woman has ever said before. Yeah, I guess the rears are a bit lower than the fronts, but I'm usually in the wall somewhere too. He's not making that turn. Usually this turn gets me. That's the one that got me. Get a bit too brave on the outside, and the back tire just touches the grass, and away I go. Oh, or I go too shallow on a turn like that. And the line I take, is really different right there. It didn't want to stick at all. I probably put excessive wear on my tires because I take such a shallow angle in there and ask the tires to do so much. And I'm sure it's faster to do it the way, the more traditional way, but I don't know. Tracks are all about rhythm to me. And that's just, I don't know, something I started doing and I just stayed with it. Oh, somebody's taking my purple. Look, I've worn my tires already. I'm only halfway into the race. Yeah, I got no turning. Where the fuck did my front tires go? I don't know. I think I watched the real GT3 race, and that's the line they were taking, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because I can't figure out where to brake there, and if I take that line, I somewhat know where to brake. If I take another line, I don't know where to brake. You may have heard on one of my streams. I may have mentioned it once or twice. I think I grained my tires. I have no grip. Front left's giving out on me already. Nope, don't want to hear it. Came back on the racing line in front of you. tires are gone. Just have no traction. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't. I really don't, Wilson. I just wing it. That's why I use the back of bumpers so many times. I let them do the stopping for me. My pace is falling off a cliff. Rubbin's racing, Wilson. Rubbin's racing. I'm just four-wheel drifting now, but it's not the good kind. It's not really a controlled. It's sort of just sliding around and doing its own thing, and I'm just trying to keep you know, underneath of me. Hopefully it'll come back in. Trying to be gentle on him. Oh, Cookie's had another off. It could be the front aero damage too. Well, missed my braking marker. I was looking at the times. I use that little steward's hut on the left side. I didn't even realize I was in 4th place. I thought it was much farther back than that. The way I'm driving, I should be in 14th. I feel bad for Craig. I gave him a little caress on the butt cheeks. Oh, don't stop there. Oh my God, I couldn't get the car to turn anymore. Oh, shit. I gave Craig a little tap on the buttocks, spun him. And then I went wide, and then I wanted to let him through. Unfortunately, Sims went with him. And then he gets around, and he crashes. Crashes into who was that? Weetune that was fucking parked on turn 1, and then he spun here. I see him back there going still. He's had a real shit race. I'll show what place he's in. I wish this relative thing I use had the places on it. I need to find a new relative dashboard for my tablet. I've been using this one for like a year and it's so shit. Because right now, the red line should be on me, so I know the relative to guys in front of me and after me, and it's on Colin. For whatever fucking reason. It just picks a random driver and just has them in the center of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in front, 7 behind. Oh, pay attention. I'm going so slow that my pressures are okay now. Alright, so now this race is more boring than the first one. Because it's like 9.5 seconds to the next guy. And it's old Captain Bellend himself. Look, he's had another off. Anybody can confirm it's Zolder tomorrow? Okay, cool. I think later tonight, I'm going to run some Zolder practice in the Aston. I legitimately got back in this thing yesterday for the first time in like 2 or 3 days of driving nothing but the Aston, and this thing just tried to murder me relentlessly. I kind of forgot how sketched the back end is. I couldn't run it on TC1. I know I was doing a range setup on TC1 and I was okay with it. I actually had the bright idea to try it on TC0 to see if I could do it, but yeah, it didn't work out too good. But TC1 was perfectly fine, but yesterday's wet race, I had to run at TC2 because I probably could have later on in the race after I got used to the car again, but man, I kept spinning over and over and over. Hell, even when I put it on TC2, I spun like 2 or 3 times a lap. Paul Ricard. I was going to run it on TC1 here, but figured better safe than sorry. No, you don't. Stay out of the Aston. I wanted to drive the Aston because no one's driving it. No, I go on every damn track and I see everybody driving the damn Aston. Danny, I told Danny I was going to drive it. Danny's like, oh, I'll give the Aston a go. And Gaz was in it. Cutler drives it. Somebody else drives it. Who? I can't remember who it is. It's silver and blue. Group 2 guy. He drives it. But they're the only two that drive it. Cutler's damn fast in it too. When I'm driving that car, all I try to do is try to find Cutler's time and just comparing it to him because he's always really good in it. I figure if I can keep up with his time, then I'm doing halfway decent. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. You surprised us a couple times last week. Was it last week? Everybody almost fell out of the rig when you came in 2 days in a row. Porsche, go. What? Are you insane? Don't do it. I can only tell. I mean, I am not the best guy to give advice because, I mean, you see the way I drive. I drive like a complete fucking lunatic. I destroy my tires. I'm always sliding everywhere. I overdrive the shit out of the car, but that's the only way I can get any pace out of it. You know, Danny's like, hey guys, it's a beautiful day for a picnic. And I'm like, ah! Get the fuck out of the way! Sorry, Mike. I was gonna give you so much room. I don't want to murder you twice. But I just have to strangle the car to get any pace out of it. So I'm not the best to talk to you, but legitimately, that Porsche felt really good. And right around 15 minutes, the tires just die. And you got to start playing with the brake bias because you can't stop for shit. You're having to brake so early to make turns. You have to keep cranking the... As soon as like 15 minutes, I'd put like one full turn back to the back because the front gets so light that the braking suffers. So you just got to start cranking it onto the rear, which makes the car, if you're braking heavy into a turn, it wants to swap ends on you. The front just understeers like crazy and the rear tires go off. So it's a mess of a car to drive unless you're really, really smooth, which I'm not. I mean, even Danny doesn't like it. He says, oh, it's lovely. And he does like a 15-20 minute race in it. But he won't drive it for a season because he knows better. And he drives, I don't know, his tires probably look like, probably still have the little knobbies on them at the end of the race. Whereas mine are like burning on fire and smoking. And even he doesn't want to drive the Porsche. The only like pro guy that does is Whitehead. He went away from it and then he came back. And I was watching Nils' video yesterday and he was saying the same thing. He was saying something about the front axle. It's the front axle on him that it's terrible. And he was saying that Luke must have found something to make it work that nobody else knows about because of his pace. He's like the only guy in the pro division that's running that car. There is a reason. The Audi, I ran that for a little bit, 1.8. It does murder your tires. To me, I went from the Porsche 991 to the Audi because it handles a lot the same, and it will try to murder you like the 991. But it's catchable, whereas the 991, little murder wagon, once that broke loose, the back end just went around and there was nothing you could really do. A bit like the Lamborghini is now. 2 mile little slowest little slide. You just can't catch it. But the Porsche would just snap. And the Audi has a tendency to do that. At least for me, but I turn really aggressively into turns. And I'm also Not a lot better, but better than I was when I drove that back in 1.8. Cunty canty. Does it have a small windscreen? I don't know if I noticed it. I mean, the reason I went with the Porsche is because everyone was going with the Ferrari. Like, everybody jumped on the Ferrari. A couple people went on the McLaren, then immediately got it right back out of it, said they hated it because the back end was trying to murder them. Nobody wanted to do the Porsche because they didn't like the way it drove. And I loved the way the Porsche sounded. And I was like, oh, it's much more stable at the rear than the 991. So I jumped in it and had to go in it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to drive this. It sounds amazing. I love the way it screams through the gears and shit. And yeah, so I drove it and I entered it in every championship I raced in. And I regretted it. Like, second or third race in. I was like, what were you thinking? But now I'm just kind of getting getting bored with the Mevo. So, I mean, it's still OP. Even last night, Nils, they were at Barcelona in race pace. The Aston was at like 41 fours or something like that, or 42 fours at race pace. And the McLaren was at 41 nines. So McLaren's still OP even with the BOP. But the Porsche was fast too. I mean, Luke was right up on Boothby's ass in P2 and Nils was in P3. Well, you eventually got to P3 in the Aston. Aston's tires seem to last a little bit longer, which is what I'm hoping. But anyway, P2, P4 should have been a P1 in, maybe a little bit farther up. Made a couple of mistakes, is what it is. All in all, this is probably my best result, as shitty as this is on this shit track. The tracks I really like, I had disastrous results. But yeah, and I figures old Bellin took my fastest lap. I grain these tires all the time. Like, I could do 6-7 laps and I go in and check my actually. I was just about to go in and look. Let me see. See, these are, oh, okay. Yeah, these are them, yeah. So I had graining. See, I grained the front tires. So I just lose my turn in. And half-hour race, I'm down to 2.34, 2.27. So, I mean, the rear tires were spent. Fronts weren't much better. But the graining on the front, just, I can't, once you grain them, the thing doesn't want to turn for shit, and I can't stop graining. I think because the aero is so good, when I just crank it, it just turns. It doesn't, like, really wash out too much. It doesn't really understeer too much because there's so much aero on the front of the car. So it just turns, so I just really crank into it to get it to turn more. And it's just sliding the front tire, so I just grain it all the time. So it's just the way I drive. Who was it? AJ said when he was watching my streams, he says I throw it into a turn like an F1 car. Like, I watch other guys and they're just gently turning it in, and I'm like straight away. So I just really yank the turn. I don't know how to drive for shit. Somehow I get halfway decent results, but I drive totally wrong. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. P2, P4 is what it is. Could have been better, but for my least favorite, probably my least favorite track on ACC. It's not a bad day. So be sure to leave a like. I do appreciate every one of them. Subscribe, ring the bell, all that good shit. And I'll be back to stream again tomorrow.